In this video, we're going to walk through how to create a new service in Hornbill Service Manager. But first, let's take a quick look at the service portfolio. The service portfolio is where you plan and manage every service you offer. You can access it from the Service Manager app using the left-hand menu. Here you can see we have a total of 54 services, split across 3 states. Pipeline for services that are being built or prepared, Catalogue, which contains your active live services, and Retired for services that are no longer in use. By default, you'll see the service, owner and status columns, but you can customize what's displayed using the cog icon on the right-hand side of the toolbar. This opens the Available Display Columns panel, where you can show additional columns such as description, category and more. Along the top, you'll also find several useful filtering options. You can filter by type, category, state and owner, which is especially useful as your portfolio starts to grow. The toolbar also includes 3 chart views, each giving you a different insight into your portfolio at a glance. The first is Service Demand, which lets you compare the number of requests made to each service per month. The second is Availability Issues, which lets you compare which services have spent the most time in an impacted or unavailable state. And the third is Service Subscriptions, which shows you a comparison of the number of subscriptions for each service. Now let's go ahead and create a new service. We'll do that by selecting New Service. We'll start by giving the service a clear name. The service name identifies your service and appears in several key places: on the employee and customer portals for subscribed users, in intelligent capture forms when agents are logging requests, in the services column of the request list, and on every request raised for the service. Next is the description. It's optional, but it helps users and support staff understand what the service offers, and it also appears on the employee and customer portals. The service type helps you organize your portfolio. Choose Business if the service supports users in departments such as IT, accounting, marketing, or HR. Or choose Technical if it covers troubleshooting, repair, installation, and maintenance. These labels also help with reporting later on. The service type can also be used within workflow automations to automatically update the status of related services. Categories are labels that help you organize related services together, making them easier to filter. You manage these categories from the simple list settings in the Service Manager configuration menus. The portfolio status tracks the lifecycle stage of the service. If emails related to this service arrive in Hornbill, you can associate a mailbox so they are automatically linked to the correct service. This also becomes the default address agents send from. If you leave it blank, emails are simply sent from the agent's own shared mailbox instead. You can also select or configure an icon to represent the service visually. Finally, we have the Employee Portal section. This controls how the service is surfaced on your self-service portal. The service domain lets you associate the service with a domain such as IT, HR, or Facilities. Domain category then lets you assign a category within that domain. These settings determine where your service appears when employees are browsing the portal, so it's worth setting them correctly from the start. Once we've entered the required information, we'll create the service and we're taken straight to the service page ready for further configuration. So there's how you create a service in Hornbill Service Manager. It only takes a minute, but getting these details right from the start helps keep your service portfolio clean, consistent and easy to manage.